Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Turnbuckles and stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite host.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice. Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Turnbuckles and stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling match. I looked at him, I said, hey.
We are Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, your hostess with the mostest, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and ladies and gentlemen, today, yo, y'all ready for this? Because I don't think they're ready for this, Joe.
I don't know. It might not be.
Shop. We're gonna have Sitx and Stones on today. As soon as she signs in, I text her. So once she gets in here, we're gonna do our thing. Yo, check out my new hat. Look at my fucking hat.
I love it.
Look at my fucking hat.
That shit is gangster.
Y'all motherfuckers don't know nothing about this.
You don't know nothing about that.
That's my man in the background. That's my man in the background. Hold on. This is what I'm smoking today.
I'm finishing this.
So we were supposed to have Sticks and Stones, and that's my man from the background.
Where is it? There it is.
There it is. That's my man.
Suave.
Suave.
Suavemente, besame. I love that song. That's my favorite song.
So guys, so here we are. We're in a secret location. Y'all can see the background. So I'm not telling you where we are, but we're somewhere in New York State.
I'm gonna have to get more of these on my way home.
So
yo, they're gangster, man.
So listen, let's talk about
chocolate milk.
Hold on. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Talk about this.
Especially for how much you pay
for $1
a can. I caught these today.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about TNA. TNA had a big show that night.
Oop, that's my fantasy.
Big surprise for
fantasy.
So
no, that was Friday night, which you can get the the TNA Plus app for $9.99 a month. I think right now if you use code, I think it's Impact.
Boss Dog and
No, I think it's Impact, but I'm giving the game to everybody.
That's
how I got it.
The Vanilla Gorilla.
I think it's Impact or something like that. Really
if
ain't bad.
anybody didn't hear, it's a month for free.
And then it's $9.99 after that.
That's the heckling.
But the month free is what's going to grab you. And then once you get in, you get hooked.
That's the heckling. That's the heckling in the background.
Trust me.
This is really good.
So, guys, let's talk about.
You don't have to yell because the mic is right here.
Listen, I only caught.
We're used to having our clip mics. The fucking thing broke on us
I
last
only
week.
caught a few minutes of it.
But
so
it broke off in the fucking charger last week.
Let's talk about when Jay Uso came out. Let's talk about when Jay Uso came out and put somebody to the fucking table. Jacob Fatu.
When was that?
That was just recently. He came out with his mask on, his hoodie, and everything else.
Oh no, that was way old. That was when he came back. Old? Yeah.
Oh, so let's talk about Kevin Owens.
Well, you had Saturday night's main event last night.
Yo, man, I love that hat.
Hold on. Saturday night's main event.
That time with the hand thing, man.
I don't know where he got that hat.
Saturday night's main event.
I don't know where he got that hat.
Saturday night's main event. Let's talk about Saturday night's main event. So let's talk about who showed up. Excuse me, can you be quiet? Or we're gonna have security throw you out. So let's talk about Saturday night's main event with my man Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah.
So
brought him first time in 40 years.
40
He's been
years.
under contract with them.
40
years.
So how do you get
since he's first been under contract because of Vince, and he didn't like Vince. Vince didn't like him.
Every kid on the planet should aspire to be
Jesse Ventura.
That man is.
Oh my God, you kidding me? Governor, dude's done everything. And
hold on.
40 years.
I want to ask question.
My man will knock out.
He came out last night.
I want to ask this question.
He came out with the fucking leather jacket with the python skin, and then the feathered bowlers. He got with like 4 of them. Oh, it's fucking great.
How did he come out with the python on his jacket? Where did he get that from?
Well, he says it was made from Jake.
And the Snake.
Jake the Snake is still the man. He's still around and kicking. He's in AEW as a manager.
Now let's talk about this.
That's a great mouthpiece.
Let's talk about this.
Did you see who was in the crowd last night?
Let's talk about this. Hold on.
Did you see who was in the crowd last night?
Let's talk
Jimmy Hart, one of the big backstage guys, and
let's
somebody
talk about
I forget who it was.
Michael Cole has never called a Saturday night's main event. Michael Cole called it, and guess who the fuck showed up?
Yo, this shit is bothering the shit out of me right there, man.
Oh, a straggler right here?
Yeah, that shit is killing me, man. Home that shit.
So let's talk about Saturday night's main event with Michael Cole, makeup artist, by the way. So Michael Cole never called Saturday night's main event.
String is killing me.
So Michael Cole called Saturday night's main event.
Him and Pat McAfee called it last night.
You just fucked up my shit. You just fucked up my shit.
Yeah, you know, let him roll with it.
You just fucked up my shit.
Well, I didn't fuck it up because you didn't even get to say who called the main event.
Well, because you wasn't let me to.
You can call.
Because I got the makeup artist trying to.
I'm gonna grab a brush because that's driving me.
So all of a sudden, here comes Pat McAfee down the crowd. Woo!
But that was also known that he was coming back because they told everybody that's when he was going to come back. He's back full time now. He's back full time with them. He'll be calling, I think, Raw, SmackDown. He'll be calling everything. So, and then on the main event for Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, they threw it back for one night only. And for those of you that are the old school fans, Cody Rhodes came back with the Winged Eagle belt for one night only. I'd like to see it full time.
It's my makeup artist.
But I mean, the show overall was just
I'm a makeup
was
artist.
an hour of wrestling. I think it was.
Thank you, sir.
You got it, my man.
It was like an hour of wrestling.
Appreciate
That shit was from a month after 9/11 when we did collections. Just so everybody knows. You see how old that shit is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Been there, done
it.
that.
So I want to take a minute to thank my boy Tim for opening his doors to us and letting us film.
For real though, how you like that cigar though? Good.
I love it, man.
So
It's a nice
y'all
Connecticut.
not
Bro.
don't know my man Tim Dog.
And you know I like the lights and the leaf and the burn. And
It's-
Y'all
It's
seen
very-
the
it's a
pictures?
Very good smoke.
Y'all seen the pictures I posted
And
up
it's not a
yesterday?
thick Connecticut.
Very tasty.
Y'all
Got
seen the
some
pictures?
bites, which is great.
I put him in at Cigar World. See my boy doors up for us. Come here and
And it might be anytime.
so we just waiting on sticks.
Did you see what happened at the end of?
Stones may break my bones. So now we can ball. We're all done with that shit.
Yeah, we're about done. Matter of fact, we're live. But this is exactly what this is about.
We ain't got no script, bro.
I've been pussy, baby.
Polish power.
I met David and
I saw him lift Big John Stutter in his head. Ooh, in Newburgh schools as a kid, man. And he the rope.
Oh.
That's when he, you know what I mean? That's when he had like that shot at
sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't wanna hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, baby, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. Ooh, you're not alone. 'Cause you are not alone. There are millions of people who fight with their demons each day. Yeah. And you are not alone. So take my hand, son, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He puts it away, 'cause now he understands.
Back. We are back, yo. It's Boss Dog, Big Dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, Turnbuckles and Stogies, Little Lower. Just so we don't get flagged.
Lower?
A little lower,
Can't get
please.
flagged.
I just don't want to get flagged by
How
them.
much do you lower? You want me to lower it?
Oh, you're good there.
Right there.
All right.
Thank you.
You know I like my music.
I know that, motherfucker.
That's
But
perfect.
All right.
It's just so that this don't
Why you got calling motherfucker?
pick it up.
That's like nasty.
'cause you
So
my
our
old
guest
folks.
is coming, guys.
She's coming. She's
having a little bit of issues. If it doesn't work, I will sit down with her this week and I will film the interview and I will put it up on YouTube for you guys. I don't know what the problem is today. Everybody's having a little bit of issues. It's all good.
Everybody always has.
StreamYard is
No, it's not StreamYard. It takes up a lot of bandwidth. That's the problem. So sometimes it can be a pain to deal with, unfortunately. But
JFR, that's a good cigar. I smoked the hell out of that one.
Which one?
Right there with your pops got in his
Oh, that JFR?
Oh my God.
You can get the sampler pack. You can get the sampler pack on Cigar Page. I found $25.
Oh,
You get 2 Corojos, a
Check
Connecticut,
this
and a
out.
Maduro. Free
check
shipping.
this out. Check this out. Check this out. Y'all motherfuckers don't know that about my Maloney's.
Yo, you don't know nothing about that. That's for the boys right there. That's for my boys. They come over, they relax, they have. Hey, listen, my casa is tu casa. So whatever I got, you got.
Drop it.
You don't know.
That's how we roll. You don't know nothing about that.
That's what Tim said.
This isn't a bad cigar, to be honest with you. I'm actually enjoying this from Martinez in the city.
I'm enjoying this too. Can we like joke and calm down? Or
Yeah, we can. We're still
Joke whatever you want.
we're live. We could joke and laugh all day.
All right.
That's what we do.
I'm not sure like what, you know,
We try to just limit some of the
toxic shit.
toxic stuff and some of the cursing words that we say.
Oh, see now you guys.
No.
No.
You can say we just try to
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
You want to keep it clean. I'll keep it clean.
we curse on here, but not.
All right.
There's certain curse words or certain bad words we don't say, like we talked about earlier, because
because you gotta either
Yeah.
love the hat or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like my motherfucking hat?
Yo, how you like his beard spread out like that nice, right? Instead of see,
He likes being spread out.
Like you know what I mean? But
He likes being spread out.
It looks better. Like you fucked it all up, man.
My makeup
Now
artist.
you got the one stringer. You're killing me.
You gotta
makeup
stop playing
artist.
with your beard.
My makeup artist. I got my makeup
You got
artist
the
right
one
there.
stringer. No, and now it's spread.
It's because he can't not touch it.
Oh my! You guys are crazy.
Happy Sunday, motherfuckers. Go Giants.
And go
Tommy
Maloney. She
DeVito.
said go Maloney.
Go Giants. That's not even gonna be a fucking game.
Oh,
Yeah, you probably should have put that in some coffee. You
Yeah.
should probably put that in some coffee.
no, that tastes good.
Toma, tú quieres café?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
He should put it in some coffee, but he's not
I'm
going
good.
to.
You want some?
No, I don't know. No. You want it, brother? Come on.
What's better?
You know better than that. You know better than that. 8 years, December 20th. Not a sip of booze. 10 years, no cigarettes.
Wow.
Now you
Yeah.
smoke cigars
Now I smoke cigars, drink coffee, enjoy life.
and have good
So let me
memories.
ask you
And,
this
and
then,
do adrenaline. I love adrenaline.
because everybody asked me, how easy was the transition to go from cigarettes to cigars?
How easy?
Was it hard? Did you have a problem doing it? Because that's a common question we get asked a lot on the
Here's the
podcast.
deal. Here's the deal. I can put this big fat thing down tomorrow and not even look at it ever again in my life. I enjoy it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
There's days when my throat catches up to me. I'll give it a couple days and
Yeah.
go back.
No, because everybody, that's a question we've gotten asked a lot, was
and,
like,
you know,
if you're a cigarette smoker, can you smoke cigars? You can.
and listen, and everybody, but I told you, you were inhaling it. Well, I enjoy inhaling a cigar once in a while, like a little bit of the smoke myself.
Yeah,
personally.
I inhale it, and then
it's up to the
people-
it helps give you the flavor.
well, yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
where the retrohale comes in too,
Yeah, correct.
because a lot of you're getting some of your taste buds in your mouth, but 95% of your taste buds are here
and
by
then-
the smell.
And here's the difference: a cigar lights up your taste buds,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes it. And each cigar is like a discovery with your own
Yes.
kind of deal. You know what I
And if
mean?
your palate,
tasting-
yeah,
you're tasting culture, you're tasting the dirt that they planted,
and not
you're
only that,
tasting
right,
different leaves.
and not only that too, you're what you might not like now doesn't mean in a year you won't like that cigar now. Because what
the
happens-
true test of that is take the wrapper off, hand it to the man.
Yeah.
If he says, "Oh, this is good," you say, "You know what? You didn't like it a year ago."
And you know what it is too, is your
You take
palate.
Your palate.
Your palate keeps
Right.
developing. Like there's cigars I didn't like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that I'm smoking now that I'm like, wow, this is actually a good cigar. And then there's some of them that I smoked and I taste now, and I'm like, this still tastes like shit the same way it tasted a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple I've smoked over the course that I've been smoking them now, and there's a couple that are a little rough. I don't like to beat a particular cigar up one way or the other because it's my taste.
Exactly.
Somebody else might love that cigar.
Yes, Dad, I text her from your phone. When she comes on, she comes on. Relax.
What's going on? Oh, you get nervous? Yo, just chill out. You got the coolest hat in the world, and you're fucking worried.
Musa. If our guest doesn't get on, guys, like I told you,
gangster fucking hat.
We will record it during the week and drop it. We were supposed to have her cigars today. Post office managed to mess that up.
Shout out to Detroit. La, 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 la,
because that was just, she does have two cigars though, a Toro and a Robusto. One is called the Mi Gente, which is the Maduro. And then you have, what's the other? Let me pull it up. Because I'm going to, if I try to say this.
Mi Gente.
Right, but if I try to say this.
Then you got a lot of cigars right there.
Because if I try to say this, I'm going to butcher
what?
The name of her other cigar. Let me see your phone.
Oh, I have it. You have it.
I do.
Dopey.
Yo, I could have ran a podcast off my fucking $200 Samsung.
She's going to let us know she's getting on.
You know what I mean? I do my own shit out of here on the Samsung.
Excuse me.
Don't even get 4G.
Excuse me. Excuse
You guys
me.
are like all high tech.
Yo.
You can't even get the shit going. I don't know.
Shout out.
Oh, no, it's going. It's on.
All right,
It's on. It's just.
It's on.
By the time then they'll really be like, yo, where were you yesterday?
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Tim Dog. Shout out to my man Tim Dog.
How is that though?
You have the Mi Gente.
Irish cream. No, the Irish cream. It's good.
Shit's good.
Yeah.
You have, what is it? The Mi Gente.
Good right now. I gotta go take a leak.
Hey, do your thing at the end
No.
of the
La Esencia del Amor, which is a barber pole.
follow the hallway.
That's a barber
La
pole.
Esencia del Amor.
And
That's the barber pole.
Follow the yellow brick road. Open the fucking double door. Go down to the right and then follow it all the way down the hall.
So you got the barber pole, which
I'm
is
gonna go in your bedroom.
that one.
You know, nobody want to see what the fucking peanuts and shit that you ate last night. Yeah, you fucking mom.
Yo, I'm not messing with Tim. I'm not messing with Tim, yo.
Yo, he can't even see. He's blind and one eye can't see out of the other drinking that shit. Come on.
I'm not messing with Tim, yo. Yo, Tim is the man.
Oh my God.
This is what we do. This is why we have turnbuckles and stogies.
Well, it's
yo.
frozen. Hold on, it's frozen.
Wrestling and cigar. With the boys.
It's frozen. It's coming.
In his out.
I was broken for a while. A drop of blood for every mile I'm on. I took all that they gave and lived to fight another day. But if today is all I get, I'll make my mark and you can bet that I'll never surrender. life. And I'll never surrender. On this life. I can't change the past, but I can change how the story turns. 'Cause it's not mistakes that make us, but the lessons learned. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life. And I'll never surrender. On this life. And even if I fall, I'll get back up, standing tall again, with a medal on my chest. God knows I've done my best. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life. 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 Life.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, fun day. Go Giants, Tommy DeVito.
Go Giants.
Big Blue. You heard?
We're going to lose
Big
that.
Blue.
Listen, I'm a
Check this
Giants
out.
fan, but we're going to lose that damn game.
Shut the fuck up, Mike.
You're a fan or you ain't a fan.
Yeah.
All right,
It's all in
so
and out.
guys,
I accept it 100%. We're going to lose that damn game.
guys,
That's a nice set.
we are live
That's a
now.
nice
Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. Your host,
Why are you yelling?
the big
Why
dog.
are you yelling? Lower your
Definitely
voice.
gorilla.
You don't even
Mike,
realize
Lower
that.
your
Can I
voice.
just talk?
Yo, legit, but you
I'm
don't
sorry.
even realize when you talk, you're like screaming.
I'm
I
gonna
got
sit here and
neighbors.
smoke
Our
this cigar.
microphone is here.
I got neighbors.
Our microphone is here.
I'm gonna sit here and smoke.
You don't
this
have to
cigar.
Yo,
yell.
there's a 14-pointer right there staring
There you
at
go.
What you talking?
You can go.
Go ahead, talk.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Sticks and Stone Cigars here. Miss Wanda.
Let me do
How you
this.
doing, Miss Wanda?
Good morning, everyone.
How are you?
Hola, how are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Tired. It's early.
¿Cómo
I'm an
estás?
hour behind.
So I know it's early for you because you're in Texas right now. So
Yes,
Miss Wanda,
sir. Yes, sir.
Teja, mucho caliente en Teja.
Here's my thing. Don't worry about
What's
the
up?
guy in the background.
Don't listen to him.
So here's my thing.
What's your
How did you get into making your own cigars?
How I got into making my own cigars, I've been in the cigar culture and the community for over 16 years. So, when I retired from my first career with the NYPD department, it pretty much was during COVID time. So during that time, everyone was in the height of, dealing with the pandemic. And, I was just still trying to wrap my head around, decompressing and, what was going on around in the world at that time. So, as time passed by, it was really, being able to gather together with, you know, good friends of mine in small social groups smoking cigars, right? Because that's what we do. Nothing's gonna prevent us from smoking cigars. And it just really dawned on me on the significance, the really importance and the significance what cigar does, and it brings community. It brings us together. So it unites us, and I wanted to keep that going on. So I relocated from to the city and I started working with a small cigar brand and I was curating events.
So tell us about your cigar line that you have, your two cigars. And I've smoked them both.
Oh,
And
they're fantastic.
I like the Mi Gente. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You kind of cut off, so I didn't hear what you originally asked me. You said you asked me something about the cigars.
Yeah, he was saying to tell us how you kind of came up with those two cigars and the names for those two cigars.
Well, the mi gente means my people. So both of the cigars are the inspiration for the blends is for my people and for the culture. So you have La Ecija de Amor, which is our barber pole. It's creamy, it's spicy, it has complexity in it. And that's the way that I view the culture. It has a mixture of all these beautiful people in it. And then the full body, the robust that the mi gente delivers, that's the way that I view my people, mi gente. We're full of flavor, we're robust, we're strong, you know, we're coming all shades. And that was the mindset behind the inspiration of creating the blends for it.
Very nice.
Okay, so now I'm a good friend of Judy Torres, and she always comes on and goes, "Hola, mi gentes, how y'all doing? I'm in Paris. I'm here." So my thing is, so how does someone purchase your cigars, man?
You can go to the website is STIXXXSTONES. It's Sticks and Stones Cigars. .com. You guys could go on the website. You could DM me at STIXXStones225 on Instagram. The website gives you informative information as to how to place an order. And yeah, generally, if you're gonna reach out, you're gonna get a message. You're gonna send a message. You're gonna get myself, or you're gonna get my partner. So we really give a personal experience into the Sticks and Stones familia.
So now, Wanda, how did you come up with Sticks and Stones? What made you come up with that name? I know you from the Bronx. I know you from, from New York.
He's still Jenny from the block, too. He's still Jenny from the block.
Excuse me. How did you come up from Sticks and Stones?
No, I'm not Jenny. I'm not Jenny from the block. She has nothing on me. So no, she has nothing on me. Sorry. All love to Miss Jennifer Lopez. I admire everything that she has done as a Latina woman, but she has nothing on me. I'm not Jenny from the block. I'm Wanda from the Bronx, plain and simple. So multifaceted girl here. The way that I came up with the name was we affectionately call cigar Stix, right? So the 3 X's represent my 3 kids. So everything that has to do with my cigar brand incorporates my family, incorporates my kids. The 3 leaves on the logo that represents my kids, my 3 kids. So that 3 X's represent them. Stix is affectionately known as cigars. So Stix. Stones, I'm a whiskey and bourbon drinker. The metal stones that you place in your glass, which will keep your spirit cold without diluting it. So it's very simple, Sticks and Stones.
That's
beautiful.
It's great because, like you said, it's simple, but yet there's so much different meaning behind it.
Right.
It's a simple name.
Yeah.
And the meaning behind it is even better.
That's pretty beautiful the way you came up with it, though.
It is.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, everything has to mean something.
I would have never even thought of that.
That is quite lovely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, everything has to have purpose in what you do. I'm closer to 50 than 40.
Absolutely.
So every move that I make is purposeful, is with intention. So, I like to keep things simple. I'm not that complicated, but it's like small and mighty, right? Yeah, go ahead.
So if you order from Sticks and Stones right now, you will get free shipping from now until my birthday, December 31st.
Yes, that's right. 15% off with free shipping.
Now until my birthday, December 31st.
Hello? You guys are cutting off. I'm sorry.
Hey, there ain't a lot right now.
No, and especially free shipping.
If you don't know, now you know. Free shipping.
Free shipping. It's StreamYard. We apologize.
Yeah, and
I know.
The last 2 weeks, actually.
They don't ever let me talk.
But
you cut me off.
No, we're live. We're still. No, I didn't. Today we apologize.
So
if anything can happen, it's gonna happen here.
I know we spoke about this before. Hold on, guys. Seriously, let's get talk to it. I know we spoke about this before. So tell us about your previous life and your life now with cigars.
You got to be more specific. If you know my previous life, I'm going to give that answer. You have to be a little bit more specific.
Listen. I'm
what do you want to know?
I'm going to say, okay. So, guys, Miss Wanda used to live in New York. She used to be an NYPD officer. And she moved to Texas.
No nonsense.
So
you're from NYPD, you're no nonsense.
Now she's making her life right now with the cigars. So Miss Wanda, tell us
that's a good drink.
After your life as a NYPD officer,
it is,
and you smoked with several police officers in New York and everything else. What made you move to Texas and do your cigar line down there? Because I know in Georgia, at Harlem Cigar Lounge, and I've heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard through the grapevine, and a lot of grapevines, because people are DMing me, that Harlem Cigars makes your cigars.
Well, Harlem Cigars do not make my cigars. Harlem Cigars is my distributor and one of my partnering retailers. So my master blender comes from his name is Juan Gomez, and it comes from the Gomez Lopez factory. So yes, so Harlem Cigar in Atlanta, Felix Perides, who's the previous owner of Harlem Cigar Room in New York, is my guy who introduced me to Juan Gomez. And as I said, he's my distributor. He's part of my team. So he doesn't specifically make my cigars. He's part of the team that is involved in the production of my cigars. So let's kill the rumors and let's give the factual information. And that's exactly what it is. So the Gomez Lopez is credited profusely on the helping with the development of my cigars. So when people think of, you have to understand, when you're a small boutique line of people, when statements are made, this person makes so and so, they immediately think that you purchased a made cigar and slapped a label on it. So I'm very specific about how I answered that. No, they were a part of the creation of my blend, because my hands is in everything that I do when it's in concerns of my business and in my blend specifically. So yeah, so it's the Gomez Lopez Factoria in Santiago, Dominican Republic, and Juan Gomez is my master blender. And they have close to 50 years of experience and in business doing this.
Now, that being said, everybody heard what Miss Wanda said. She said they had a hand in it.
Yes.
But go ahead, Joey.
So, no, what I was saying before while we were muted, while you were talking, was the fact that, you have your hands in the blending process. And that's, correct, to me, as a a brand owner in the future and somebody who's already started over the last 5 or 6, 7 years to try to put out his own cigars, the blending process is key for me. To be involved in the blending process, because I like being involved from start to finish, because to me it makes everything better, and your product. If you're involved, correct, your product. You're not buying it, off the shelf. Now, again, that's not knocking brands that have started that way, because I know a lot of brands that have started with the white label projects, bought them, made their name, established themselves, and then progressed on to blending their own stuff. So there's not a knock on the white labels, because again, a lot of smaller boutique companies start that way. And, I personally don't mind them, but to me, if I'm going to put out my first one, or, like you did, put out two at the same, put out two together, I want them blended the way I want it. Because at the end of the day, I want to say, hey, listen, I blended that. I put time into that project. I put,
about that flavor,
everything into that. Yeah, everything into that project to make it the way it was.
Correct. So
and I think that's a big thing. Go ahead.
Correct. So you hit a few key points. So yes, I agree with you. I agree with you when you stated you want to be able to be a part of the process, and you absolutely should be a part of the process. Now I do, and you need to know your product. If you don't know your product, if you don't believe in your product, how can you offer your product and sell your product effectively? So this is a passion of mine. I know every aspect of my business because I'm building my business. Do I have a good team around me, good people around me who has given me advice, guidance? Absolutely. And I love them. I absolutely love them. And, they are a part of, the Mi Gente Familia, the Mi Gente team. And, they're absolutely necessary in the growth of Sticks and Stone Cigars. However, there is nothing that is not done without me being a part of it. There is nothing that is not created or made without my hand in it. So this is a collaboration, right? But this is it collaborates to be able to create what my vision is, what I want. Now you hit I call it label slapping. Um and this is the thing, right? I don't knock anybody who does whatever they do, however they start. Kudos to you, because this is not an easy industry. It's a very difficult industry. What I do not respect, what I do dislike is when you pretend that your cigars are something that they are not. It takes away from every boutique cigar owner who has put in a lot of the work, who has, gone elbow deep into it. Now, if you're an individual who's building a brand and you're like, yes, I have these cigars and, I got these cigars from here. If you're authentic with what you're doing, I could respect that. I can respect you saying, yeah, I got my cigars from here, I'm selling them, but I'm working on personally creating a blend moving forward. I can respect that. What I don't respect is trying to portray your product as something that is not. So that's where the lines get muddy when people slap labels on cigars versus when you are creating it from the seed up.
You're right. And there are people out there, like you said, that misrepresent their product. But then there are people who tell you, like you said, who tell you I work, they may not tell you who they worked with or who they got it from, but they'll tell you that we got it from a factory, this is what we wanted for this blend. It's just kind of to put it out there to get it, but we're working on revising the blend or making a new blend.
I'm good with. Yeah, I'm good with that. I get it. I get it. Sometimes you want to test the waters. You want to test where can you fit in this market. How you're going to begin to structure your business. I get that. And you know what? Kudos to you if that's the way you're doing it. It's just, I just have it, like I said, I have an issue and I'm, and I stand on business on it. When you misrepresent what you're doing, that's a problem for me. I mean, it doesn't.
Let me ask you this. So let me ask you this.
This is
being a woman in this business, because, the cigar world is predominantly men.
It's male dominated.
It's male dominated. So being a woman in this business and putting out your own cigars, how is that affecting your business?
It doesn't affect my business. I think that when you have a good product and I think anything that you do authentically, you're gonna succeed at. Plain and simple. Being in a male-dominant industry doesn't ruffle my feathers. It doesn't sway me either way. I come from a male-dominant organization, so it's just another organization, another industry that you have to learn your way around. You have to become knowledgeable about. You have to know how to network, where to network, and first and foremost, I'm an entrepreneur. So first and foremost is understanding how to run a business, how to structure your business. And it being a male dominant industry, it doesn't have really any effect on me aside from, perhaps maybe you're dealing with certain individuals who may feel you shouldn't have a place in the culture, in the community, and in the industry, because those are three different things. Those are three different entities. But that doesn't bother me either way because I could care less. So the way that the only effect that it has on me, it just makes me very aware, and it makes me very aware the how little the percentage of women that are in this industry, and I give respect to all the women that are in the industry doing the same exact thing wherever they may be in their journey that I am. And how much more of us should get involved in the industry. And I think that's what's happening, and it's present, but it needs to be like more light needs to be shone upon all the women that are in the industry who are moving the needle.
So let me ask you this. So I know a lot of women that smoke flavored cigars, and I know a lot of women that smoke regular cigars. So where are you ever going to put out any flavored cigars for some women?
No,
I'm a man.
No, no. For 1,000 punctuation
No, you know
marks,
what?
no.
It's
equal opportunities.
it's funny you say that because I went into a cigar shop one day and I found this funny. And I think it was just because I didn't expect it. We went into a cigar shop and there was a husband and wife in there. We were sitting down smoking. They walked in. The owner went over to them and said, "Hey guys, how you doing? How can I help? What are you looking for?" So now, again, and it's not a stereotype, but we know, most women smoke flavored cigars.
It has become a stereotype because that's what marketing has pushed. That's what marketing has pushed.
Correct.
The market has pushed
Correct.
to market to females flavored cigars because they're sweet, they're dainty. Oh, women buy, we buy.
Yes.
That's the crazy thing. We come out of our purses and we buy, so they know this. So who better to market sweet cigars to but to women? So no,
Right.
I would never put out a flavored cigar. Absolutely not. Most flavored cigars are synthetically infused.
Yes.
Why would I want to interrupt the integrity of tobacco with synthetic chemicals? Why?
Right.
Why would I ever want to do that?
What threw me off that day, and not that I laughed, but it caught me off guard, was the husband said, "Yeah, give me something, kind of mild, and the owner turned to her and said, what can I get for you, young lady?" And it caught me off guard, and I started laughing. When she turned around and she goes, "Give me the darkest and strongest cigar you have in your humidor." I was like,
right. She probably likes her cigars like she like her men.
I was laughing. I'm like, wow. I'm like, well, we know who wears the pants in that smoking relationship.
Pantalones. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
It
threw you off. Yeah, I mean, it's about one's palate. I think my general rule is smoke what you like. However, if you're a novice, properly learn and educate yourself on how to develop your palate.
Yes.
Smoke what you like, but I always give the analogy when you have an infant, you don't give it whole milk, you give it mother's milk, you give it infant milk, right?
Right.
You teach them, you give them the nutrients, you give them the real stuff. When they graduate to whole milk, you're not slapping Nesquik in there. So it's like, you're developing that child's palate. You're giving them what is it that they need. That's how I view tobacco. That's how I view cigars.
That's something I didn't do when I started smoking. And it wasn't because of my dad not guiding me. It wasn't that anybody didn't guide me. I went on my own. And I went I was with him smoking my first cigar. And it wasn't for me. I didn't like it right away. So I put it down and I went right in the humidor and I bought, I think it was like an Asylum 13 770, triple Maduro. And it wasn't that nobody guided me. I went in on my own. I didn't ask for help. So I went right to the strong stuff right away. So now over the years, I've kind of gone back and done the lighter wrappers, the Habanos, the Corojos, the Criollos, all that stuff. And now I've had to go back and, like you said, and train my palate to understand where I am now.
Yeah.
And now that I've done that, I've kind of noticed different things about the cigars that, I started.
You did it before. Yeah. I actually had a similar similar experience in the sense that, I was given a medium body. I was given a Arturo Fuente Reserve medium body cigar as my first cigar. But my mentor at the time understood that I had a palate. See, when people think palate, your palate is just not in terms of cigar smoking. If you can handle, for instance, you drink black coffee, you drink bourbon, you drink, certain strong spirits. If your palate could handle certain notes, whether it's in a spirit or, tobacco, it possibly you'll be able to handle something that's a little bit stronger than, a light shade as a Connecticut, right? So, but his thing was out of necessity, is what he had in hand. So he just gave it to me and he said, here, smoke this. So it knocked me back because, that was the first time I smoked a cigar. So I was just like, what the hell is this? However, that was the preset, that was a precursor of how my palate began. How for tobacco, that was my starting point, was with a medium body. So from there, you only going, it's on the strength of tobacco is only getting stronger, right? So once you start at that point, you're only moving forward. So for several years, I did not even touch a Connecticut. I didn't touch a mild cigar. It just wasn't something that it was enjoyable to me because I've already started up. But when I decided to start my own brand, I had to kind of I had to cleanse and reshape my palate, because now I'm going into business and now I need to understand what is going to work. What do I want to bring out? And I need to be able to enjoy every blend that I produce. So if I decide to produce a mild cigar, I need to be able to enjoyably smoke it. I need to be able to analyze it, to be able to say, this is not working. Let's add this. Let's do this. And I cannot do that if I'm, biased to just smoking, medium to full body cigars, darker shades.
Let me ask you this. So when did you start smoking cigars and get into the cigar industry?
When I started smoking cigars, I was still my career was still fairly young when I was on the job. And as I just mentioned, my mentor, he's the one who introduced me into the cigar culture and to cigars, and he taught me a lot. So God bless him. I credit him on several things as far as my growth, even down to networking. He's pretty much a networking master, and he's given me a lot of skills. So that was the reason why I started smoking cigars. I was in a male dominant organization, and it was used as a tool to get into different spaces and places where I wasn't being invited to for several factors. And one of them being because I was a woman, and I was an Afro-Latina woman specifically. So these were male dominant, Caucasian dominant places. And you had to learn how to network. If you, like anything else, you have to be able to develop relationships. And these were the rooms that I needed to get into. I didn't understand that at the time. As I said, I was young in the organization, but he understood it. You're right. So once I quickly caught up to the realization that cigars was a way for me to be able to use as a tool, that's what I did. And that's how I got into it. So the same premises is used now. I started to really enjoy cigars and the community and the cultures a few years later after that, because I was just an occasional smoker at that time.
Right.
It was for right. It was intentional. It was for a purpose, a reason. So a different reason. So I really I wasn't it wasn't until I attended cigar functions outside of the police department that I was like, oh, I really, I'm like, this is relaxing. Like, this is, this brings community. This brings people of all walks of life, just not other cops,
Correct.
Right. So it broadened my experience and my perspective on it. And I really began to enjoy it. And my really good girlfriend, who's a part of my team, Miss Veronica Nieves, Vay Notice, she is an avid cigar smoker as well. And we would go to functions together, two women, two Afro Latinas going to cigar functions. And we really experience and enjoy the cigar community and the culture. So that's how the development of me becoming a cigar connoisseur, developing a business, everything was over time. It was a buildup. It wasn't one day I said, oh, this is what I'm going to do. No, not at all. Because when I retired, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. I just wanted to sit on my deck and decompress. That's what I did for 6 months.
But that's great. And you know what? A lot of women that are in the cigar world now feel that that it's male dominated,
which we all know it is.
It is. Yeah, we don't have to pretend. It is.
and listen, a lot of times, and you see it, Wanda. A lot of women are used as reps, and I say that like
the
that.
Pretty face. They the pretty face. We can say what it is. Listen,
as the pretty face in the industry to promote people's cigars.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to, it's nice when you smoke boutique cigars to see, women-owned brands, because you don't see it that much.
Correct. Right. I think that,
there, but
it's not, they're right. And I don't think that they are, there are a few who are really making stride. For instance, Nova, her cigar line has grown beautifully. She's a wonderful personality. I've never met her in person, but I've heard really good things about her. I follow her. I watch her.
I've heard great things. I've never met her. I've never had a chance to sit down with her, just like you.
Right. And you know what? And I admire because she has done things from the seed, the seed up. You understand what I'm saying? So, she has her partner, her husband, who's right there and then, and, she's a pretty face, and people thought that she was the pretty face behind the brand, but no, she is the brand. And, and I admire what she's been doing, because she's been doing it so gracefully. Like me, I'm gracefully-ish. And I say I'm gracefully-ish because me being who I am, I stay very authentic to who I am. Now, I'm a very polished girl from the Bronx. However, that being said, I'm a no nonsense as well.
Right.
I'm very personable. Anyone, I want everyone to feel good. I think anyone that's within my vicinity and my energy, you're going to walk away feeling good. You're going to walk away with that mi gente experience, because I'm a firm believer. You may not always remember my face, my name, but you're going to remember how I made you feel. And that's important to me. If you're supporting me, go ahead.
And you know what? The funny thing is, when I first hit you up, you said, can I call you? I said, sure. So we spoke on the phone, we talked, And, you know, we have been friends ever since then. And you know what? Here's my question. So how does your husband feel about you doing the cigar stuff?
He loves it. I mean, my partner and I, we're not legally married, but that's my hubby. That's my, domestic partner.
Right.
Yeah. So I think this is why, you either like me or you don't, because I'm pretty honest. Even when it hurts feelings, I'm honest.
And you know what? You've
he's-
been honest with me ever since we met. You and I, we talk, and people don't realize we've talked offline. I've texted you, hello,
Correct.
how you doing? How's everything going?
Correct.
Say how's everything? You know, and I think this is why you and I blend together. Maybe because we're both New Yorkers, maybe because we both have the same thing in common. But I want to say to you that it's a pleasure to have you on here today.
Yes.
For you to take
Thank
the time.
Even with all the issues,
Thanks for having me.
right.
We're gonna make it happen, one way or the other. We're gonna make it
Absolutely.
happen.
And I told everybody, if it doesn't work today, I said, then I'll talk to her. And maybe if I have to, we'll sit down during the week and film a little bit and just kind of, do what we're doing now. But it wound up working out.
I take my hat off to
Amen.
you because, listen,
Thank you.
one of the Puerto Rican women that I know, and I know a lot of Puerto Rican women that are business owners that don't want to do interviews. And they're like, why? My business is growing. But you know what? Your business is growing, but we can help you grow a little more.
Well, I think this is the thing. It's an collaboration.
Absolutely.
Well, anything that I do with another entity is a collaboration. It's supposed to equally benefit everyone that's involved, right? So
Right.
yeah, your business could be growing, but I want to tap into every audience that I possibly could tap into. You never know. There's so many different interviews that I've done, even outside of the cigar community, and people tuned in and they became loyal supporters. They became my continuous supporters and customers. These are relationships that have developed and you build. So you can't discount anything. You can't discount anyone.
GTO.
Oh yeah,
Say it again?
So it's funny, like we, and everybody says you never know, who's watching or who's trying your stuff, and
Right.
who's kind of paying attention to what's coming out. Is I was on a HERF with the TPA that Ish and Dr. Oscar from GTO, Ronnie from the Great Lakes,
Nice.
and Kathy from Cigar Box Marketing started. And I was sitting there and I was talking. Ironically, I was smoking my cigar, doing the HERF, and drafting my fantasy football team all at the same time. And Dr. Oscar from GTO pops on as he was, I think he was driving home or something. He's like, "Oh, I just want to say, Mr. Turnbuckles, I just want to let you know I'm a fan." And you never know
That's
who's paying
awesome.
attention.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's why treat people good. Like treat people well. I'm a firm believer. The one pet peeve that I have is when people are unkind. Treat people well until they show you otherwise. Then keep it trucking. But treat people well. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yes.
For me, I could care less who you are, who you represent. If you treat me with respect, you treat me well. It's beautiful. That's it. It's all gravy from there. I could care less who you represent, who you are as an individual. If you are a crappy individual, go kick rocks.
Listen, you know what? It's funny because in this area, when all this started on Instagram with us going live and stuff like that, there's been people that have had to do that I've just cut off, and I'm like, I can't do it. I've got no time. People keep talking to this one about me, and that I go, okay, cool. I said, at least if you're talking about me, that means you're thinking about me, and I'm renting space in your head. So thank you.
For free.
Yeah,
Right. You're living there for free. Right.
Yeah, I got
I mean, you know what? you're always going to have naysayers. I'll go back to the beginning real quick when I said that I used to work for a boutique brand. The reason why we stopped working with each other was because Sticks and Stones was originally supposed to become a podcast, right? Under my development and my art director developments, Mr. Kendall Word. So we were going to create this podcast. Now the owner of the other boutique line um, was really shaky about being a part of any of that. So,
Yep.
his lack of belief or his position and what he thought that I was capable of and his nonsense behind the scenes is what caused me to sever that relationship. And he
Well,
lost out. He lost out because what I've been able to accomplish in 1 year, he's been
that's
going at it for the last 6 years.
well.
So
That's
we
it's
could
funny you
have
say that
all.
'cause that's how long we've been doing the podcast is a year. And like you, there's people that we did podcasts for. We went on their shows, and the viewerships went up, and then they've been doing it a lot longer than we have. And in a year, just like you, we've gone farther than they ever thought we would.
This is how
Right.
we do it.
And you can't, you can never, when you have a vision and you believe in your vision, you have to cancel out the noise. You can never give up.
Yup.
When you staying consistent and you staying determined and you know what you're doing, has a purpose, you keep going. You have to cancel out all the noise because there's going to be people that are going to, try to discourage. There's going to be there's just some unfortunately individual. It's human nature. They may not want it for themselves. They just don't want you to have it.
Often referred to as trolls. Am I wrong?
100%.
So Miss Wanda, I
Yes,
consider
sir.
you a friend. I consider
Thank
you a
you.
friend. I consider you.
Yes.
If I call you right now and say, Miss Wanda, I want to order cigars, you're gonna give me my cigars, and I don't say give me, I say you're gonna send them to me. So if y'all want Sticks and Stone cigars, make sure you order from now until December 31st. Sticks and
Amen.
Stone
And I mean,
cigars.
you can't beat free shipping. I mean,
You
not
can't
a lot
beat
of
free
places are
shipping.
doing that.
Right.
From now until
Right.
December 31st, your shipping is gonna cost you like $25, motherfuckers.
Depending on it depends
Right.
too on
Not in life
what you
free.
pay
Might
for.
as well take
Now,
advantage.
Miss Wanda, tell us about your packages. Your 5,
Yes, as
your
we're
10,
winding down, so
Yes,
this way people
because
know
we're
what you
winding
have.
down. So tell us about
So
your
I
packages.
have, yeah, absolutely. Great thing is that I'm working on, new packaging. So you guys are going to be soon introduced to some really great new packaging, which is I'm excited about. But we do have a 5-pack of the Toros. So our Toros is 52 by 6, and we have a 5-pack of either blend, the Mi Gente or La Esia de Amor, and that's for $75. And of course, if you order until December 31st, you get 15% off with the free shipping. And we have our beautiful sample pack that goes for $56 with the 15% off. I think you're getting it for like $47.60 or $46.60. That's what Hector is good for. He's our numbers guy. And then we have so the 4-pack is a beautiful introduction. I think that's what I sent you, Dave. It's a nice introduction to the line. So it comes with our 2 sizes and our 2 blends. Our other sizes are beautiful Robusto, which is 52 by 5. And we have our box of 10 for the Toros is $150 US. I got to say that because, I have a lot of people who out of the country listening. So $150 US. And then for the box of 10 of Robustos is $130 US. All packages are packed with a Humi pack inside, so you're guaranteed freshness. And yeah, so you get the 15% off with the free shipping till December 31st. After that, we are back on to our regular price, and shipping will be included. So, but however, if you come on the website, which I did text in the chat, if you come on the website and you fill in the information as directed and you drop me a Mi Gente, you will be receiving a 10% discount on your first purchase. That does not, just to be clear, the 10% as a new member of the SNS community cannot be combined with our current 15% off and free shipping. So you may be, you know.
Don't get it twisted. So when you order from Miss Wanda, if you order, you're gonna get the 15% discount. You're not getting 25% off. Don't have that.
Correct.
You're gonna get the 15% with the free shipping.
Right.
If y'all want the 10%, tell her I only want 10%. But then y'all motherfuckers are dummies because I'm taking the 15%.
Right.
And honestly, you know,
I'm
like
sure
you said,
everyone is smart.
The pack you sent was a great introduction. You know, one of each, you know, two of each blend, but one of each size. And I smoked the Mi Gente and the Toro. And then the other one, I don't want to say the name because I'm going to butcher it without looking at it.
Hold on.
I'm not going to say it because I'm going to butcher it without looking at it.
You could just say the essence of love. The essence of love.
Yeah,
that's what it translates to. Yeah.
I'm good with Spanish for the most part, but without having it in front of me and looking at it, I can't process how to say it. But you know, I smoked that.
No worries, brother. No worries. We'll work on that.
I think last week I smoked it, or when it was nice out, and it was a phenomenal cigar.
So
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen,
I like mine today.
Sticks and Stones.
I can say that.
Listen,
I
Sticks
love
and
mine
Stones.
today, and I'm telling you, I like my lights. That's nice out.
Can I finish my stuff
Rápido,
before?
pero rápido.
All right. So shut the fuck up.
Yo no quiere escuchar tu
See,
cagando.
Excuse Charlie Brown in the background. So, Miss Wanda, Miss Wanda, I want to thank you for coming on, and I will
You're
always
quite
order
welcome.
Listen, and I mean, even the boxing prices aren't bad either.
Even the boxing,
honestly.
Listen, till December 31st, 15% off
and free shipping.
And free shipping.
You know what? You confuse me the more you talk about the percentages. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't know, now you know.
If you want the 10% off, just tell her you want the 10%. But then call me a dummy because I'm gonna take the 15%. You know what I mean?
I think everyone is well informed and has enough scruples to take that 15% with the free shipping.
We'd hope so. We'd hope so.
I have faith in people.
we hope so.
So, Miss Wanda, thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for this smooth burning, good tasting cigar.
I'm busy right now. I'm busy.
Get it in. Get it in.
So, guys, this has been another episode of
Yes.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Your host, Big Dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, Miss Wanda from Sticks and Stones. Get your Sticks and Stones.
Thank you.
Right there. Make sure you order from her. Hit her up. She accepts, what is it? How to go
Cash App, Zelle, Cash App.
Cash App or
Yep.
Zelle.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't speak English very good.
No.
Don't mind him.
Yo, tú necesitas.
Yes, a payment system will be coming on the website soon. So as we restructuring the business. But thank you guys. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on. Yes. Next time, let's do this in the afternoon.
We'll listen. Next time, what we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll record it. We'll record it and just put it up. You know,
perfect.
This way,
Perfect.
This way, we don't have to worry about the issues while it's live, and we can kind of play with it afterwards.
That's awesome. Sounds great, guys. But may your ashes rise and your smoke bountiful, guys.
Yes.
Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Enjoy.
You too, love.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy holiday, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, brother. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. We will catch you next week.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, We want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us, giving our veterans a voice.